and then they pay you in return for doing so. Again, this is something you can do from the comfort of your mobile phone. If you have a laptop, it will be a plus. So if you don't have a laptop, you have a good mobile phone. You're always on social media to begin with, right? It may be one thing that you don't have the skill, and learning the skill is not something that is difficult. It's something that you can do and quickly do so, and start making money from. All right, welcome once again to another episode of our core dialogue. In this program, we look at some of the pain points of the service CA, and then we have conversations that can help you maximize the service CA and make the most of it. And today we want to look at 8 hidden side hustles that you can do while in service. While in service, there are a lot of things that is going on. You are busy at your PPA, busy with your personal schedules, or some of us that are very, very religious, you are busy with your church or your religious activities. So there are a lot of activities, a lot of noise, a lot of things going on. However, all of those activities will not be sweet if you don't have money in your pocket. And assuming you have great demands on your allowance and your allowance is not enough for you, how do you make extra money? What are some of the things that you can do, that can help you to make extra money? And I want to look at about 8 options that we think you can consider. The first one is home lesson. If you are serving in the school, you are dealing with students, you have the opportunity to carry out home lessons. Even if you are not in the school, you know mathematics, any of these subjects. You can prep people for WAEC, you can prep people for JAM, you can, even do normal home lessons just to get students better at their subjects. Whatever it is, that any subject that you are very, very good at, one of the ways you can make quick money, 2 hours you are done with your home lesson. The highest you can do any home lesson is 2 hours, right? So if you embark on home lessons, you can get paid for as much as 10,000, 20,000, even 30,000, depending on the background or the financial stability of the family you are dealing with, right? If you get a well-to-do, if you are in a good environment and you are able to get a well-to-do family, they'll be willing to pay you up to 30,000 naira every month for home lessons, just 2 hours, maybe 3 times a week. You go 3 times a week, 2 hours. That is 6 hours a week. 6 hours a week, and then in a month you get 30,000. I think it's a good deal, right? So home lesson. Then the next one is making pastries, making and sales of pastries. If you know how to bake, you know how to make your snacks, you are serving in your PPA, let's say in the school or in a crowded PPA, any PPA that has a lot of people in it, especially for those of you again in schools, you have students, hundreds of students in the school, making pastries, making snacks is another way that you can make, quick money. It will sell because of the environment you will find yourself, and it will also sell because you are a core member, right? Because you are a core member. There are a lot of benefits of being a core member, and one of it is patronage. People want to patronize you. Anything you are doing as a core member in your PPA or in the community where you are serving, people will be willing to patronize you. I can assure you of that. Nigerians are that patriotic, right? So whatever it is you are doing, as long as you are in the right environment and in the right community, it is going to sell. Some students will even ignore other people who are selling in the school. They say, I want to go and buy from Copper. You get that going, you get that free marketing, going for you. The third thing you can do is typing and printing. If you have a laptop, all you need to do is to up your typing skill, develop your typing skill. You can make a lot of money from typing. If you are in a school where the school does not type and produce the exam by itself, their terminal exam, because every time the school writes exam, right? You can imagine how much the school spends on printing those exams. They spend a lot of money. Some schools spend as much as 250,000 naira every time just for the typing and printing of the exams. If you don't have the facility to print and you just do only typing, you can still make a lot of money from it. And what is the commitment or the raw material you are using? Just your time and your laptop. Time, your laptop, access to light. That's all you need. You are not going to buy anything. They are going to type the questions, whatever it is, give it to you. Then you can also go into things like preparing CV for people, general typing. You can do general typing, if you have people who want to type their projects, if you are close to maybe a tertiary institutions or a student environment, you can still collect all of these things, and dedicate like 2 hours every day to doing them. Then the fourth one is graphic design. If a graphic design is another way you can make money. Everywhere there is a need for graphic design. Every society, every setup, everywhere you find yourself, in your PPA, in the society where you are living, there is somebody who's going to do birthday next week, and the person wants to do a little flyer, the person wants to do invitation card. So there is always a need. Somebody die in your neighborhood, they want to do burial program, right? It's an opportunity for you to make money. Sorry that somebody died, but as a graphic designer, you can make money out of that, So somebody want to get wedded, want to get married. It's an opportunity for you as a graphic designer to make money. And because you're a copper, again, people want to patronize you. So if you're able to, publicize yourself and say, I'm a graphic designer, I can help you do this and that. There are people that just want to patronize you just because you're a copper, right? And people even trust you more because you're a core member, Then the fifth I would like to mention is social media management, helping businesses and individuals, manage their social media account is also another way you can make. Now, this one is even more interesting because this is something you can do from the comfort of your mobile phone. There are a lot of people running business that don't know anything about social media. They don't know anything about Facebook. They don't know anything about Instagram. They don't know anything about running an ad or whatever it is. They don't know anything, and they are willing to pay you, some money to be able to do all of those things for them. You understand? So if you're able to position yourself very well, I'm sure there are 2, 3, 5 people around you who are willing, who have businesses, and they will be willing to pay you something, to help them manage their social media presence. Then the fourth is social media marketing. This one now has to do with you running ads for people online, helping people make sales online, and then they pay you in return for doing so. Again, this is something you can do from the comfort of your mobile phone. If you have a laptop, it will be a plus. But if you don't have a laptop, you have a good mobile phone, you're always on social media to begin with, right? It may be one thing that you don't have the skill, and learning the skill is not something that is difficult. It's something that you can do and quickly do so, and start making money from it. Then the seventh is paid workshops. If you know certain things, there is something that is in high demand. You know how to sew, you know how to make pastries like we discussed earlier, you know how to bake, you know how to make up. You can organize some workshops and tell people to pay like 1,000. If you have 40 people participating in that training session, that is 40,000 naira. If you bid them to 2,000 naira, which again is not much, and you're able to get like 40 people to participate in that workshop, again, you are getting around 80,000 naira if you have up to 40 people. If you have 20 people, that is another 40,000 naira, right? So you can also organize workshops to teach people what you know, and in return, they pay a token for it. Again, because you're a core member, people want to participate. Then finally is farming and crop production. Farming and crop production. For those of us, I know a lot of core members, about 60 to 70% of core members in any state within the federation are serving in rural communities. Those rural communities have a lot of lands, large expanse of land. Again, because you're a core member, if you meet your employer in that place, the chief of the village or the chief of the clan or whatever it is, and you introduce yourself, I'm a core member, please, can you give me a portion of land where I can farm? They will gladly do so. They'll be happy to do so. They will be happy for you. They will even help you. They will give you seedlings. They will give you land. They will give you seedlings as a core member. You have this going for you as a core member. All you need to do is to know the basics of tilling the land and planting and all that. You can even decide not to do so by yourself. You can employ, because it's a local setup, you can employ 1 or 2 people to do all the rigging and all the processes for you. You can do it, and it won't even cost much there. From your allowance, if you remove 10,000 in a month, land clearing and making of ridges is done. Right? So farming, crop production is another way. So in any community you find yourself, ask yourself, what are the quick grown crops that you can grow? Crops that, for example, groundnut, corn, maize, all these simple things. You can plant, and within 3 months, within 6 months, they are already due for harvest. You can venture into it, and I'm sure it's going to really help you make a lot of money. If you do any of these side hustles, some of you are going to be making more money from your side hustles than your monthly allowance, because from the list I've provided here, some of you already have 3 side hustles that you can do conveniently. And some of us that are in PPAs, that we are not in great demand in our various PPAs, which means we have more free time, because of our work schedule at our various PPAs. These things are not things that will be difficult, for you to do. So instead of slipping away your time, just engage yourself in any of these 8 things I've mentioned, right? If you have any other suggestions, wherever it is that you are, and you think there are other things that, core members can do, please drop it in the comment section of this video, so that other people can see it and also learn from it. Now, my recommendations, I would like to, if you have interest in digital marketing and you want to learn some digital skills, I will encourage you to take advantage of our training platform here at Jomo Resource Center. We have 12 different courses on digital marketing, from your search engine optimization to social media marketing to content creation to content marketing. Everything is covered, right? You are, and then within a space of 6 months, you are done. Not 6 months, 6 weeks. Within a space of 6 weeks, you are done with learning whatever skill you want to learn, and you can start making money with it right away. My second recommendation will be, for those of you who are interested in crop production, want to go into agriculture, is our course on agribusiness establishment and management. So we are also going to find that course very, very useful to you. Thank you very much for joining. See you in the next episode.